Actually, I had to loop that twice because I needed a little extra time to prepare, but welcome to the stream. How we doing, everybody? Good to see you all here. We're going to get back into a little bit of Lord of the Rings. We started up Lord of the Rings Conquest last week. And we did some of the campaign for it, which was interesting. It's a decent game. I had played this game years and years and years ago. I had got it on a whim, I think kind of around when the Hobbit movie came out. I think is when I kind of picked it up. And I had given it a try, and I'm like, this isn't exactly what I thought it was going to be. And I kind of put it down and put it on the shelf and never really came back to it. But these days, I don't know, I've been getting like a little bit of a hankering for some Lord of the Rings type stuff, and I've been interested in seeing what kind of games are out there for it. Because there's not too many. And I had a handful already, so I figured I might as well check out the ones that I already had, and maybe move on from there. We'll see. But we did the campaign, finished it for the first time, and it was all right. It was fun. I enjoyed it. There is a secondary campaign that has unlocked, and the first one that we did was, you play as the good guys, for lack of a better term, but with this Rise of Sauron mode, I'm assuming that we're going to be playing as like orcs and stuff, so that should be interesting. But let's go ahead and switch to it, and there we go. See what we can get done here. If this ends up being a pretty short stream, I'll probably switch over into a different game, maybe something else movie-based, or maybe we'll do a little bit more Final Fantasy VII. Not sure. I guess it kind of depends on what we're looking at here. Let me turn that down a bit. PS3 is awfully loud. Alright, we'll skip all the splash screens if at all possible. Very loud. Yeah, sorry about that. Hopefully not as loud now. Although I did notice that I think I had knocked it down maybe a little bit too much last time. Maybe not. But it seemed quieter. I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like my headphones pick it up louder than I think it actually goes through on the stream. So if there were some way I could correct that. Oh, you know what? I guess I could always... Here, I'll knock it down to a level that's better for me, but I could still boost it via OBS. So maybe that'll work a little bit better. It'll be more consistently on the same tone without having to go too quiet. Alright, let's check it out. We attempted to do the multiplayer last time, but unfortunately it did not seem to go through, so we'll forego that this time around. And let's check out Rise of Sauron. I'm still going to do casual. I felt like that was actually fairly at the level I wanted it to be at when I streamed last time, so... Alright, let's just make sure everything's looking alright here. I'm gonna mute that. Make sure I don't get any notification spam, and alright. Mount Doom.
Weakened by the One Ring's power, at last Frodo claims it for himself, and the very foundations of Middle-earth are shaken. The Dark Lord desperately hopes for his very body to be restored to him, but to stride forth upon Middle-earth once more, Sauron requires Frodo's ring, and for this he will gladly pay any price. At the Dark Lord's command, his Nazgûl now hasten to Mount Doom, all other thoughts banished from their minds. They obey but a single deadly aim: to slay Frodo and gain the ring, now that it lies within Sauron's grasp. Many Orc garrisons boldly dare to covet the ring for themselves, rising up in riot and civil war, and marching upon Mount Doom. But the onrushing Nazgûl shall tolerate no delay, and will slay any dark servant who dares block their path.
This actually might be a little different than I thought it was going to be. I figured this was going to be like, Rise of Sauron. I figured this was going to be before, the events of the books and stuff. Oh, I get to play as a Nazgûl.
The betrayers hold the Witch King's mask within their prison. Seize it, fools.
The orcs here are traitors. Kill any orcs that stand in your way. I also figured that we'd be playing as the orcs, not the Nazgûl. Maybe the Nazgûl is like a little bonus or something like that, but not necessarily the actual characters. I guess we'll see what happens. It could always change. Scream at him. As silly as a move as it was, it did seem to actually be the one thing that did something. Goddamn. I don't know how to break his defenses. Okay. You did that to yourself. This jumping attack seems like it'd be great, but you need like a little bit of a lead-in before you can actually do it. There we go.
I require the Witch King's mask. Find it for me, fools.
How do the orcs get it? Because last we saw it, it was like crushed inside some sort of vortex when the Witch King got stabbed in the face.
They are trapped here. Slay them.
That didn't work exactly like I was hoping it would, but I guess whatever. See, that worked fine. I was hoping like the blast effect would move forward. I guess I shouldn't have, but it worked better when I did the ground slam just on its own without actually hitting the thing. Out of the way. Ah, there it is.
We have the Witch King's mask. Lord Sauron shall now call him back. Take it to the forge.
Call him back. Is there... Oh. There's gotta be a switch or something.
You please your master. You have delivered your burden. Lord Sauron requires the blood of the traitors. Slay them for their insolence. We demand blood for our magic.
Let me see. Okay, get my ass handed to me. Let's see if they have any other attacks here. Sprint attack while running. Rising attack. Crowd breaker. L2 and circle. Should try those. Black of breath. Oh, I guess you could do more with that. You could just keep pressing the triangle button and hopefully do something. These bastards. The warriors are the hardest ones when they have that guard that is impenetrable.
Fools, they require a greater volume of blood for our magic.
I'm trying to provide that for you, but easier said than done. Ugh. You wouldn't think I'd get stun locked as easy as I was getting stun locked as a Nazgul. That didn't work. That didn't do anything. So, I was taking a look at some other stuff, and seeing, you know, what other kind of Lord of the Rings games there were out there. I completely forgot about one called The Third Age. That was kind of out at the same, like, kind of around the same time as, like, most of these other games are coming out, because I believe it's based on the movies. I could be wrong, but I think it's tied in there. Hello, Frodo, what are you doing? So this is some... Oh. I guess there was a time limit on that. I wasn't aware. But anyway, that one looks interesting. I gotta check and see about how long it is, because I'd be worried about it taking a bit too much time. We're already playing so many goddamn RPGs, at least for what I have planned in the near future here. So again, I'm hesitant to jump into it, but it's a turn-based RPG. Apparently, from what I've seen, it borrows heavily from Final Fantasy X, which I don't know. I still think it's one of the better Final Fantasy games. So that should be interesting. It's piqued my interest based on that description alone. Some people think it's like not as good as well, it's definitely not as good as Final Fantasy X, but not as good as some of the other Lord of the Rings games. But in my opinion, they're all kind of about. I mean, even the worst ones that people say are pretty bad, I've found some enjoyment in. So I just think it'd be fascinating to take a look at, to be quite honest. So I think maybe we might check it out, but still, kind of a big maybe. And I don't know if it's going to happen 100% for sure. If it is like a shorter form RPG, though, I would be inclined to kind of take a heavier look at it than maybe just trying it out, but we'll see what happens. Usually when I stream a game, I prefer to go start to finish. Just gonna see about superseding most of this, if at all possible.
You please your master. You have delivered your burden. Lord Sauron requires the blood of the traitors. Slay them for their insolence. Bleed them dry,
Well, that kind of worked. Again, it's them orc warriors, I think, that are the biggest pain. Just constant guarding, and then if one happens to get you from the side there, you're just going to be in stun lock hell. And that's a pain too. These mages have that attack. Ugh. They've got the lightning attack, which sucks, and then they've got the fire attack. God, and for whatever reason, my ear is itching, so I have to keep pulling my headphones off. What's up, Otto? Yeah, I don't know if the stipulation of being overrun applies here, but there still are a lot of A lot of orcs.
Greater volume of blood for our magic.
Oh, also, I see the counter up there. God, I really wish there was a lock on here. I don't think I'm gonna make it again. Here, let's restart. Yeah, we weren't gonna make it. I might, instead of like trying to go for the crowd control and trying to hit as many as possible, I might just try to use that like ground and pound attack on individuals, because it doesn't seem to be working too well. Trying to go after multiples. You'd think the Nazgul would be, I don't know, of sterner stuff.
I require the Witch King's mask. Find it for me, fools.
Why isn't this going? Pull the damn switch. It's just like the last time. I don't know what's going on, but like sometimes the switches don't pull. Let me see if it's like an enemy thing. Maybe we have to defeat these guys. Yeah, I was getting a little overrun there. Thanks for pointing it out. The ring wraiths, I don't know. They're quick, but they seem to get bullied around a little bit too much, in my opinion.
The mask of the Witch King.
There we go, finally.
Aid comes for the traitors.
Oh, shit. That is true. At least their leader, the Witch King, does. Gets bullied around by a woman.
The Witch King's mask. Lord Sauron shall now call him back. Take it to the forge.
Alright, let's take it to the forge. And see if we can do a little bit better with this.
You please your master. You have delivered your burden. Lord Sauron requires the blood of the traitors. Slay them for their insolence. We require more blood for our magic.
Yes, what's your question?
Mindless fools. We require a greater volume
You mindless fools.
of magic.
I don't know, because Frodo in this particular scenario seems like he's not delivering the ring. So, might get beat out on that. Whole reason we're in this mess is because Frodo decided he didn't want to give it up. There we go, finally.
Have shed sufficient blood. Behold, you fools! The Witch King fights once more.
Ah, there we go.
The world of men is over.
Where do I go? All these doors are closed. Alright, I'm listening. these routes are still blocked. I hope there's no, like, major fall damage or anything. Can I actually go up here? Hold on. Okay. This doesn't seem to be working. How does the door supposed to... Oh, here it is. Like, it doesn't seem to be a lever except on the other side. I guess I was just missing it. If Frodo stored the ring in his prison purse, would it cause him to go invisible and alert the ring wraiths? I was having this discussion with your boss at work. I don't know if it counts if it's inside. It seems to be usually that the rings activate once they have, you know, been equipped on a finger of some sort. Now, if Frodo were to use it like a cock ring, then maybe we might be onto something there. But I think just like putting it in his prison purse, as you call it, would be tantamount to like holding it in the palm of your hand. So I don't think it would work.
One captain falls. Now cut down any others who still stand.
Beat you to it, huh? There we go.
No aid shall come for them soon. To Sauron's road, fools. Those who fail shall do worse than die. Slay any who stand in your way.
I wonder if I can, like... Can you get up on top of these guys like you could with some of the regular guys? Oh, you can. I guess this counts as like a warrior class. That's a very weird sight to see from the Witch King, but alright. It'd be harder to take off unless he just had that thing slanging around.
Move quickly over it. We must find Master's ring. We have traveled Sauron's road. Our ring is near here.
Ooh, kill Frodo Baggins. Yes. You have to ask the hard-hitting questions. I think Sauron should make it into a cock ring. I feel like if he wanted to wear it as one, he probably could have, but I think he wanted to show it off without showing off the, you know, the goods. Because as we've seen, the ring can change size based on the user. Where'd you go, Frodo? Come on. Ah, there he is. In old Mount Doom. Frodo's been defeated. It's a shame he didn't fall off, though.
We have the ring of power. Lord Sauron shall rule Middle-earth.
Alright. Sauron got his ring back. This is the alternative of the Lord of the Rings. How Sauron got his groove back.
Caring not at all the cost, the Dark Lord's servants have regained for him the One Ring. Sensing that the tide has turned, the free people of Middle-earth must now retreat and prepare to defend their realms. The power of Sauron is restored, and few who still survive this war dare hope to oppose it. But the Dark Lord's pride remains stung by Gondor's recent victories, and he intends to extract full retribution. With new and vast powers, Sauron now resurrects his fallen chattel. He calls again to life many of his darkest heroes and champions to slay once more in his name.
I thought the Balrog was just, you know, free agent. I wasn't aware he was working for Sauron. That's a shame he could bring back Saruman, though. All his allies get extra lives. Where are we going again? Oh, I guess it hasn't said.
Crossing the river Anduin under a blanket of darkness, an orc scouting force begins Sauron's renewed assault.
He got signed in the off-season. That makes sense. All right.
Launched at midnight, striking like a dagger at the heart of Osgiliath. The most deadly blow shall be struck by an elite horde, lying in wait upon the far shore. Their siege machines are poised to rain fire down upon the hated rangers. The orcs await signals from hidden scouts to identify their targets. For those dark hearts wish greatly to see Osgiliath.
Hottest free agent of the season, literally, yes. I see what you're doing. Alright, now I get to play as just like the regular schmucks. And let's just start with Warrior. Nothing too extreme. I don't really like the way they look. They look a little weird. I want to play as like the Uruk-hai from Fellowship. Or these orcs, I don't even know.
The mouth of Sauron and our saplings await the signal. Get a flare to our rallying point. Move it, dogs!
Move it, dogs!
We need a flare stick in the North Ruins now!
What the hell? My ass at it. Like, I wasn't getting shot by all these archers, and now I am.
The weakling got dead! He lost the flare! Find that flare! He has to get to the North Ruins for us to attack!
He's a little bossy.
Hurry it up, scum!
But I think he is the boss, so he probably has the right to be. Oh, I like the spinning one.
Try spinning, that's a good trick.
Spin to win!
Find that flare! He has to get to the North Ruins for us
Find
to
it, I got it. You mean find it? Shit. No.
Hurry it up, scum! We see a flare burning up in the north.
Oh, good, allies.
We got here, boys. Let's lick our wounds.
Lick our wounds.
Get the trouble. Defend this place until our captains get here.
I forgot. We only played the game once. I forgot how to play, though. I just blew up in that guy's face.
Here comes a Nazgul. Keep out of its way.
I'm sure you can.
They're coming out of that basilica. Keep them out of this place. Our boys have got to rally here.
So anyway, that third age game, I don't know. We'll see if I end up doing it or not, depending on how long it takes. If it's like, I get the feeling like it's probably not going to be the longest RPG. Despite the fact that people say that it, like, takes a lot of nods from Final Fantasy X, I get the feeling like it's probably going to be not even like a quarter of the length, so we'll see. But I am interested in checking it out at the very least. I was interested when I had heard that the Two Towers game that was going to be the sequel to the Fellowship of the Ring game that we played a couple months back was potentially, or at least a version of it, was going to be an RPG. And I'm like, oh, that would have been kind of neat to see. And I haven't completely forgot about the Third Age game. I did not even know that somebody ended up doing that at some point. So we'll see. I just want to take a look at it, just to find out what exactly they did. But I think we'll probably be checking that out. I might do the Matrix game in between whenever I get around to checking that out, and probably juggle in between a couple other games as well. But in any case, I think we will probably be seeing that within the next couple months. Ooh, the battering ram. Ah, the mouth. We were watching Solid's stream yesterday, and he didn't miss a single shot with the bow. And Solid doesn't play too many games, so maybe he's like one of those conserving power type gamers. It's just brilliant in short bursts. Oh, this is one of those lame battering rams. It's not like that big, what do they call it, Grom or Grog or something like that? The one with the big dog mouth thing. Who, the commander guy? I don't got much choice in the matter. Kinda has to talk the way he wants to me. I like how his melee attacks are like explosions on the ground, but they're so close range. Ah, there we go. That one's a little bit better. What are you fools doing? Whoa, 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 Jesus. What are you guys so angry about? That guy's ass got blasted back. I guess mine did too, but still. Yeah, it's a shame when you like just stand right there. Might end up getting hit. The mouth is one of Sauron's more faithful servants. Potentially. We haven't seen the extent of the mouth's abilities. But he seems to do a lot of talking, so I don't know. Oh, the battering ram's just like going right through. It's battering! Whoa, whoa, whoa. I feel like this is a battle Aragorn and the fellas should be at. It's just Osgiliath. No one cares about Osgiliath. Wait, hold on. You know, I remember them saying, like, the mouth scene was cut, and I think it was put into, like, the extended editions. I don't even remember. I finally got the Blu-rays, or not the Blu-rays, the Ultra HD, the 4K versions that I said I was going to get, and I watched Fellowship. Really good movie. And I watched the theatrical version, which I haven't seen the theatrical version in a long time. I did not want to sit through 5 hours of a movie, though, so I'm like, we got to find some way to do this. And I didn't want to just like download it or anything like that, so but I need to go back and watch the other two and finally get to Return of the King and see, you know, what is in the theatrical version of that movie and what isn't, because I thought I remember the mouth being in the damn movie, you know, originally, but I don't know. It's specifically in the extended version? It's not in theatrical? Alright. I think I've just seen the extended version way too much at this point. That's probably the version that I've seen the most. And especially with Return of the King, because I know I probably watched Fellowship and Two Towers more often on DVD when we had that's where I watched the theatrical cuts outside of seeing it originally in the theater. And I probably watched those two on DVD, and Return of the King, I think maybe I watched once or twice when we had it. But every other time since then, it's been the extended edition. Sauron's slam piece is only in the extended version. Well, that's a shame.
Let's pile in there. Lord Faramir, mighty prince of Gondor, quite fit for a stew. Stick him, and feast on royalty tonight.
It's a decent scene, and I don't remember it being that long, so I do find it a little bit odd that it was cut, but it might have been like a pacing issue or something like that. I don't know. Sometimes it's not like necessarily the length or the content of the scene, but how it messes with the overall flow of it. And, you know, when you're watching the extended edition, it's like stuff's messed up anyway, because it's a 5-hour movie, so what difference does it make? Get that ass beat. I remember it pretty well myself, which is why I thought it was in the theatrical version. But I guess not. He had such a weird way of moving, too. I think that was like part of it. Like the way he talked and like his facial movements were so over-exaggerated. Oh, there's Faramir. And look at him swing that sword. Get wombo comboed over here. Heal myself. I don't think you want to hold right there, buddy. He's also another hero. It seems very, very easy to get stun locked in this game. So it's like once they start hitting you, if they've got several moves in a combo, you're just going to keep getting hit. And then if you get hit several times over, then you're just going to get downed.
The Dark Lord must be pleased, for a ruined city has once more been ground beneath the boot of the Orc. Faramir and all of his men are shown no mercy, nor did they expect to receive it. And for Sauron's hordes, the road is again...
That was a nice cutaway to imply that they killed,
now,
what's his
within
face?
the camps of Mordor, the Dark Lord calls forth fresh legions. For this time he shall utterly crush those who dare stand against him.
Congrats on the trophy. Yeah, thanks. It was real hard to get.
Minas Tirith is breached. The gates are shattered and the lower walls of the city are overrun. The men of Gondor attempt a valiant defense, but Sauron's hordes have taken full measure of this frail city, and they will not be denied. The guards of the citadel shall defend their city to the last man, and it may soon come to that. They all fear the end draws near, for the darkness is nearly complete.
And I really like the trophies that are just like story based. Like if you're going through the story, you get it. But on the other hand, it is fascinating to me to see how many people don't get certain trophies. Like how many people start a game and just like never finish or barely start it. They like launch it and then they play like for a couple hours and then that's good enough, and then they leave it. It's like it's so on that particular capacity, I find it fascinating just to see how many people don't play a game.
Before night falls, so get to the next level. There's a yard there to be captured.
Instead of it's like the border. Which border? The U.S. Mexico border, or and the scout sucks. I thought I'd give it a try, but it's not bad. Or it is bad. It's really bad.
Running out of orcs. I want that courtyard. Give it to me, boys, or give me your eggs.
Give me your eggs. Sir, I don't have any eggs to give. Pretty soft. They get pushed around a lot, which isn't fun.
Nice work up there. It's in that courtyard.
And then their moves aren't that great. One of the greatest assets with them is they turn invisible and then will eventually, you can sneak up on an enemy, but it's harder to execute, as we've seen with some of the previous gameplay. I do love it when they group up together like that. Oh. I didn't realize that was fire that was engulfing me. Oh, we did we not capture that? I guess we didn't.
There's good knife work. It's in that courtyard.
We're getting to it. I forget the concept of these games sometimes. Actually, the two previous missions that we've had to do, we have not had like a whole capture thing. It's mostly been like capture the flag type games, not necessarily like capture the command post. I'm still taking them out. They're just still walking through that fire. You let your shield down too early.
The pretty crown of Gondor is here. Take it to our Nazgul master.
What does he want with it? out of the way, warrior. I have time for you.
Grab the crown from the tomb and take it to the Nazgul. We've got us the crown.
Look how big it is. Holy shit. Alright, I don't know where I'm taking it. Whoa!
Get to the north side of the city. The Nazgul wants that crown.
Maybe if the Nazgul wanted it, he should come go, like, get it himself. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, that was... Oh, never mind. I was like, it must have been a scout that got me. No, it's just a warrior that crept up from behind.
Nazgul is on the north side of the city. Take the crown to him there.
Just bodies sliding down here. Don't you do that. Oh!
Crown! The tough one is dead. Looks like we lost, boy.
Oh, I'm the tough one. Oh, well, I lost too many lives at the start because I didn't capture the command post right from the get-go, I think. We'll get it this time around. Yeah, let's do the warrior.
We want to burn this place before night falls. So get to the next level. There's a yard there to be captured.
Spin to win. When the flick do you get to play as Smeagol? I don't know that he would be a playable character. Although, I guess if he could play as like Frodo and some of the other hobbits, there's probably no reason why he couldn't play as Smeagol, but I just can't, like, I don't know what he would do.
Give it to me, boys, or give me your heads.
Like, he never really had a weapon or anything. At least Frodo and the others had, you know, the little daggers, sting and whatnot. Yeah, I've seen gameplay of it. Yeah, it looks, the Gollum game looks fantastic.
There's good knife work up there. It's in that courtyard.
You know, when they originally showed that, they showed that like in, God, like really early. I want to say it was like 2018 or something like that. That game was in development hell for a long time. And you know, when I first heard about it, and I think they showed a little bit of like concept footage or whatever, it looked all right. I'm like, oh, okay, it'd be like a stealth game or something like that. Like maybe it'll be Thief, but with like a Lord of the Rings skin, something along those lines. I'm like, yeah, it's, you know, it could be an interesting concept. But then, you know, you don't hear anything about it for so long. You start wondering, well, okay, what happened to this game? And then eventually you just forget about it entirely. And then, like, I think it was either the year it came out, or maybe it might have been like at a Game Awards show or something like that, because it wasn't that long before it actually launched. It's like they show footage of it and you're like, ugh. Yeah, I kind of forgot about this game. You didn't really have an idea as to how bad it was going to be either. I think they kept it pretty well hidden up until launch. But I haven't seen too much gameplay, but there are a couple like streamers and Let's Players where I saw a bit of gameplay. I'm also trapped. This ogre man is keeping me here. There we go. And yeah, it didn't look great. I don't know what the hell they were doing for all those years. I don't know if, I don't think it like changed hands or anything like that. So odd that it turned out as bad as it did. But at the same time, I think it was made by those Daedalic guys, which they usually do point-and-click adventures. I think they're the people that were behind the Deponia games. But, you know, those aren't... maybe in terms of, like, the assets, since they're kind of, like, hand-drawn, per se, maybe those take a while to make, but, like, on a technical scale, those aren't, like, the biggest games ever. So.
To the north side of the city. The Nazgul one-side crown.
Is that the Nazgul like flying up in the air? I saw somebody like some cloaked figure jumping really high. You warriors can eat dick. I ain't messing around with you guys.
The Nazgul is on the north side of the city. Take the crowd to him there.
This ain't nothing but warriors. Just throw 5 of them at me at once. It's awful. Let me see if I can slink by.
Get to the north side of the city. The Nazgul one-side crown.
There we go. I got you your crown, Nazgul.
Almost there, you scum! Now, get back to the top of the stairs.
Oh Lord, here they come. We're getting further away from our goal, I understand that, but...
Get all our lads together at the stairs.
All the lads! Maybe this Nazgul should help out a little bit. I feel like the ring wraiths aren't pulling their weight.
One last gate between us and that top, boys. They get the path to the gate blocked. Get there and clear away for our ram, maggot.
What? Call me a maggot, will ya? Cast a little fire so I don't have to worry about it.
Bust up those barricades.
God, here they come again. Finally, I get to knock somebody off.
Kill everything in the battering ram's path.
Yeah, we did it.
Gate is smashed. Get everybody up to the top.
Oh no, the white tree.
Got a sick white tree up here. The boss wants it burned.
Alright. Finally, we get to play as somebody good. Saruman. Saruman just like running like that feels weird to me.
Burn everything.
Well, it's a black tree now. Waste the pride, double the fall. Oh wait, that was the wrong movie.
Where are going with that filthy white tree?
Filthy white? That doesn't make any sense. Oh. There we go. We didn't just burn it, we exploded it.
Now, let's cook us some of these weaklings. To the throne room! Master Sauron wants that throne, so go kill them guards in there.
Send these fellas from Gondor to hell with OJ? You say so. I'll do what I can.
To their throne room. They don't need it now.
Oh, did he really? I didn't know that. Oh, that's a shame. I had just seen some clips of him on a podcast, and he was like really funny. I was hoping we'd see a little bit more of that.
Let's get their throne. We have everything else.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to assume that he had a bit of comedic timing. I mean, with movies like that, like the Naked Gun series, you know, you'd have to imagine that some of that was sort of out of his hands since it was written for him, but still have to have comedic chops in order to pull it off. Because we see so many, I don't know, sports figures have guest roles in TV shows, or they're like hosts of SNL or something like that. They're just god awful. But OJ was always kind of a funny guy. Today, or just in general? People have been roasting him for a long time, but I think he was pretty good about taking shit in stride. Yeah, it's a shame.
Upon every level,
But-
Minas Tirith is burning.
You know.
The gates lie shattered and the lower circles of the city are overrun. From the hallows where dead kings
When you have
of
shit like
Gondor
that happens in your life, kind of hard to pull away from that.
burns, all is
People
now
kind of
ruined.
paint you with a broad
Orcs now
brush.
hold banquet in the White Tower of Ecthelion and desecrate both king and commoner alike. Thus passes Minas Tirith, the White City, and with it the best hope for the world of men. The war must go on, but we have been grievously harmed.
Not gonna really shit talk the dead. Nah, I get you.
Upon their relentless march, the armies of Mordor...
I mean, I think for most people it probably doesn't matter at this point, but...
It is here that Gimli
like I said, I mean, that guy was been roasted since the 90s, so...
the survivors have had no time
sort of par for the course at this point.
Moria yet remains a dark and dangerous realm for all who dare enter its gates. It is feared that Sauron holds knowledge of Moria's darkest secrets, and has charged his force with a terrible ritual. For the sake of the dwarf and his followers, we must hope the Dark Lord's power cannot yet call into this world a Balrog of Morgoth.
I mean, the Balrog of Morgoth was already here before. And what did it do? Nothing. He had a fire whip and a little flaming sword. Let's do Archer.
We got that Balrog altar built. And to bring that dead thing back, we need some magic stones.
I don't know what you're saying.
Mines with you. Let's go dig anything nasty out of the mines. We need us a place to rest up.
He'll have a bigger fire whip and he'll have a bigger fire sword. No, don't roll off.
Come on, boys. Get your lazy bones to the mines and capture it.
I wish my allies would stop getting in the way of my arrows. It's like I'm clearly trying to kill a man here. They just want to keep stepping in the way. It's that straight kick. There we go, finally.
Or just lazy. Go grab those mines now!
Trying, but we gotta capture this thing first. And they've got so many people. Maybe I could kick them off. If I could kick them off, that'd be great. But then they got that like rising attack, which sucks. And then I get stun locked again.
Take those mines! Right quick, you scum!
What was he doing there? He's like choking. Oh, maybe there was still residual like poison gas or something. It's the only thing I could think of. Man, what's with these captains? They're just like all over the place. I don't remember them popping up this much in any previous battle. What was that? It's like he tried to steal his sword from him.
I want you to take those mines! Right quick, you scum! So,
Finally.
follow orders if I kick you enough. Now let's get you into that first chamber. They need to find magic stones. That weakling captain has a shiny stone. Asa wants to bring the demon thing back. So go kill him! You're afraid of a tin captain and his shiny stone? Go get him!
What is the shiny stone? To what do you refer to? Ugh. Gotcha. That wasn't even the captain we needed to kill. But there's just so many of them.
Drop off that captain and give me his shiny stone.
Alright, I'll get you the shiny stone. Calm down. Calm your probably not so proverbial tits. I'm sure they're ginormous. There he is. Whoa! How do you do that? Holy shit. That like one-shotted me because I had almost full health.
So what are you afraid of, boys? He can bleed. Just stick him and get his stone.
I don't know, he had some sort of one-shot ability. Alright, killed him.
To bring the Balrog back to life. Master says we need 2 shiny stones for the spell.
Oh, I need to get another one?
Nice.
It's hard enough getting the first one.
Like a stuck pig. Get the stone before it ain't shiny. Master says we need to kill some men to power a shiny stone before it goes to the altar. Get to it, you dogs.
How come I'm the only one that can kill people and get the required kill for it? No, maybe because I'm wearing the stone, actually. Oh, that makes sense. I just noticed I was like taking out people with one hit like the captain was earlier, so... Don't do it. You're gonna regret it. I'll make sure you will.
Not done yet. He's happy now. He got his bucket of blood. We're not done yet. Get that stone to the altar.
Oh Lord.
Keep finding stones. Master needs more to bring the fire demon back. Listen, nuggets. Behind that door is some old dwarf's tomb. Let's pay our respects.
Immediate ragdoll physics.
Smash open that old tomb.
Okay, can I... Okay, no, I can't. Damn. Oh, we could play as a troll. Don't mind if I do. I was wondering where the giant pile of shit was.
Even big ones. There's still one more liquid on that tomb.
Well, that's not fair.
Nice work. I got some last words for this one. Rest in pieces, stupid dwarf. Boys, that mage there has another shiny stone. Kill him.
Let's go take care of him.
The shiny stone is keeping him alive. Take it away.
Oh no.
The stone is healing him. Stick him quick.
Not much I could do when they come around from behind. Yeah, let's try a mage, see if this might work in our favor.
One of you gets the captain, he gets the stone, till I take it from him.
Oh, he raised his shield like right at the last second.
Take it away!
Yeah, this is a little rough. Too many people. And they got bastards up there too. And it's like everywhere I turn, it looks like there's a captain, which the captains will boost the attack power of surrounding allies for them, so doesn't work out so great for me.
The stone is healing him! Stick him quick!
Almost got him down. He's just got too many allies around him. He's coming closer to us though, which is good. There we go. Oh wait, no, that wasn't him. Shit. That was just another mage. What even killed me that time? Oh,
Stone, till I take it from him. He's dead. That shiny stone won't heal him now. Move it, dogs. We need that stone to power.
Alright, stop doing a victory pose and attack.
Their magic stones need to get their power. Kill more men.
Guy's like feeling the power within him, but he's also getting his ass handed to him. How come I don't get like the explosive power that I had when I had it with the warrior?
Stone, you scum.
A little bit wary when crossing these like chasms too.
The stone.
Ah, here we go.
Keep up the pace, maggots.
Stop stealing my kills! Is there any enemies out here? It's like now there's too many orcs, so we didn't have enough before, but now there's not enough of the actual enemies, and we got too many on our side.
The stone.
Oh, here we go. Got it. And the altar is right here.
Once it's placed, we can call that bulwark back to life. Get away, you fools! That bulwark is coming back to life. So that dwarf thinks he owns the place. Let's bury him in it, boys.
That seems a little much, but all right.
With him! Kill him! He's just a dwarf!
All right, Gimli. You and me, bro. I wish I could play as him a little bit longer. I kind of want to just like cut through some of the enemies. I guess I could have like ignored Gimli for a minute, but he's absolutely massive.
The flame of Udun has been unleashed again upon the world of Middle-earth, and like his kin, the dwarf Gimli and all who dared follow him into the darkness have been slain by this creature. Moria now remains forever a place of evil that none dare enter. And now his Nazgul venture forth once more to search out the Dark Lord's final victims.
Nah, rip Gimli. We were just cutting through everybody. That's how it goes, though. Frodo shouldn't have tried to take the ring for himself. It's all Frodo's fault. He put the blame solely on him.
The armies of the West have been forced to make their final stand upon the ruins of Weathertop. Here, in ages past, the Witch King led his great host in terrible victory. And here the northern armies of men were crushed. The tower of Amon-Sul reduced to ruin. Now the broken stones of this place shall bear witness to a last desperate struggle. For there can no longer be any retreat from the onrushing forces of darkness.
I don't even... Did we do Weathertop? In the other campaign? It's like we've hit up, I think, all of the same areas. You know, obviously with different objectives and different characters to play as, but I don't seem to remember doing Weathertop before. Yeah, this looks different. Look, there's like Oliphants here. What's stupid about the damn scouts it's like their primary ability doesn't work on CPUs. It's like strictly something for... Oh god. It's strictly something for like online play or something, because I can't even sneak up on these guys. They just immediately know where I am. I'd like to give the scout a try. I really wish it wasn't as shitty as it is, because we don't really have too many other classes to choose from, and I feel like I'm hitting up the rest of them a little bit too frequently, but, you know. That's all we got. That's all we got. Oh, here's what we do. What the hell hit me? Still destroyed the armory.
We can't win without destroying their positions, so get to it!
I'm gonna go for something long range. Let's try the archer, because this doesn't seem to be working out once we get close to these Ents. What are these Oliphants doing? Nothing? Oh, here we go. Nice. Oh wow, they can take out the catapults in one hit. Of course, a couple of them look like they are in positions that are a little hard to get to.
Into those emplacements! Destroy the camps and catapults! Quick!
Just unlocked once again. Yeah, get it, troll. He's the only one pulling his weight around here outside of me.
We can't win without destroying their positions, so get to it!
Alright. There's another catapult destroyed. Try to steer clear of the Ents. Let me see if I can get the Oliphant up into one of these other positions. It might be a little bit too big to get into like these smaller areas. Apparently I can't turn around either, so that's a bad position to be in. I just like decimate an Ent in like one hit with these things though. Still getting hit from a catapult somewhere.
Get to those emplacements! Destroy the camps and catapults! Quick!
Ugh, this isn't working. Too many goddamn people. Oh, bounced back my bolt. Shit.
What kind of fighter are you? Destroy Gondor's emplacements, you idiot! Good work, scum! We got 'em all! Boys, now let's locate their outpost. Then move in for that kill.
I like the Weeping Willow variants of the Ents. I'm gonna walk back and see if I can get the Oliphant back, but it seems to have disappeared. I guess maybe somebody killed it.
I want that outpost, you maggots! We don't want those scum this close to us!
Need health. No, the health is mine.
Capture the outpost! We gotta keep the attack going! but we got company coming, boys.
The Royal Guards. Oh, they're coming down from Weathertop, okay.
Hello then, Gondor captains.
Heck yeah. I'll Saruman again. Alright.
Dare invade my realm.
What kind of voice is that? You dare invade my realm. You need to go deep. You need to go real deep, I think, if you want to do a Saruman impression. You dare invade my realm. See, that was shit, but at least I went deep. In my head, I know he's dead, but in my head, I thought, I wonder what old Christopher Lee's up to. I knew he was dead. So I don't know why I thought that, but it just passed through my mind. Getting stun locked. Love getting stun locked. God, they got a lot of allies over here. Whatever, I saw the end and I'm like, oh good, it's finally somebody on my side. Wait a second, no. No, they're not. The Ents don't like Saruman. Kill Aragorn.
Ain't that King Aragorn up on the watchtower? Kill him! End this thing!
What's he doing up there? What are you doing up there, Aragorn? Dare call me a creature. Ooh, I'll be falling off the mountain here. Need to fight braver than that. Got rid of that end. And then immediately dies after that. You have left in the way of pain.
Aragorn, descendant of Isildur and king of all the free peoples, was at last vanquished. Our last and greatest hope for victory was in the end thrown down by the same barbaric creatures who killed his father years before. Now the ranks of the Dark Lords swell as a rising tide of malice and hatred, and all shall be overwhelmed by that great black wave.
Well, that's too bad. Oh, we get to play in Rivendell. The elves have not left for the shores of whatever. He's a little bit of a negative Nancy.
Rivendell
Someone else
has
might
become
come
an
up, who
island,
knows?
Storms raging upon all sides. The last elves of Middle-earth have gathered with me here to make our final stand.
Where's
Should the elves of Rivendell fail to halt Sauron's onrushing tide, little will remain to resist the smothering darkness. We must sacrifice our immortality here, in service of all that yet survives in Middle-earth.
Where's Gandalf? For I would very much like to see him. Oh, finally, we get to play as, like, Uruk-hai. Nice. I don't want to play as this one, look at that. I just thought those guys looked creepy.
We gotta regroup quick.
Orcs look like shit. I want to play as Uruk-hai. Yeah, this guy runs. You know he means business with a run like that. I don't care. They're orcs. Only thing that could potentially be worse is a goblin. I gotta say the goblins that they did in the Hobbit movie actually didn't look too bad. Alright. Well, I guess that's why you don't contend with an Ent. I need it more than you. You haven't figured that out yet? Yes, I'm playing the bad guy campaign. Yeah, I was playing as Saruman, and we killed Aragorn, all in service of destroying the One Ring. Oh, no. Well, much like the previous campaign that we did on stream, it was strictly, you know, from the perspective of the good guys. This is like a what if. It's a scenario where it's just strictly the bad guys, but it's also a what if, you know, Frodo didn't destroy the ring. What would have happened then?
This area is ours. Listen up. Cross that river and grab the far side.
It's been kind of neat so far.
We got 'em mad.
You get to like redo the movie battles in the good guy campaign, and then this one is like a complete what if scenario. I sort of wish there was, I mean, there were some cool moments, but I wish some of them were a little bit longer. Like when you get to play as the Balrog, I want to play a little bit longer. Or maybe instead of Gimli in the mines and us having to contend with Gimli, maybe we could have done something with Gandalf. Maybe we could have battled on the bridge of whatever. Oh shit. No, but you could play as the Ents.
Across the river, boys. We need to hold the other side.
Fucking thing sucks.
No Ent campaign. Sorry. Suck it.
Across the river and secure the area, boys.
I just loved all like the screaming, the pitch down screams are my favorite. Too many archers. And my lightning doesn't have that big of a range. I can't take them out from here.
We're over, and we got the place. And we ain't done yet, boys. Look at that elf bell tower. Get a signal flare over to it. You did it, you maggot. We got us a signal fire. Cut through to the bell tower with that flare, you coward.
Oh, come on. See, they could nab me easy enough, but I can never do the same to them.
Get a signal flare over to it.
I wonder if I could play as just like an active troll. Can I take one over if it's already walking?
We got us a signal fire.
No. It's not like a vehicle you could step in, unfortunately. I guess they have to be like on the ground. Yeah, I got like butt slammed by that guy. Incoming siege, clear the area. Well, too late, I guess. Yes, that does seem like a class that you would revel in. The active troll class, I agree.
Master wants us to wipe out every memory of elves. Let's rip up the elf records.
Ooh. Their bookcases and everything? Alright. I get behind that. Oh, goddamn. Oh, shit, I picked the one that was a little bit too far. Actually, we might be able to... 3 bookshelves left. You know, in all of Rivendell, the fact that they only have 4 bookcases... doesn't seem like there'd be a whole lot of knowledge there, but... I'm no elf. I ain't tired. Yeah, a lot of knowledge packed in these 4 bookcases. You know, elves are immortal. Just in terms of age. They can still die the manual way, but... You know, you figure a lot of them have lived for a while, probably racked up a lot of records and stuff, but I don't know. Maybe they learned the how to condense.
Their history's done.
Hugo Weaving himself has entered the battlefield. That looks nothing like him.
At last, Elrond the Elf King shows his cowardly face. Slay him!
Where is that cowardly face of that cowardly elf? Coming for you, coward.
Chop him up! Elrond must not live!
Sucks to suck.
Lord Sauron won't like that. You hurt the Elf King bad, but I can't find his body. The Dark Lord will not be pleased. Bring that elf ring to the gate. Master wants it now.
Did he say you can't find his body or his buddy?
Drop this ring of power. Get it and take it to the gate.
Oh, thank you, friends. Well, carrying the ring of power really slows you down. Yes. Oh, we get to play a Sauron. Nice. Mace, throwing. He's got a throwing axe. He's got Heart of Horror. Mordor Pound, which all the ladies love. And the Soul Collector. Look how big this bastard is. You know, I gotta say, the Mordor Pound and what was the other one? The Soul Collector don't really seem all that different. they both seem to involve slamming the mace into the ground, but whatever. No one said the techniques had to have finesse. I want to do that. Why can't I do that move where he like swings the mace and like 50 people go flying?
Come on, maggots. One more question to bust up. To the river house.
Hey, that was a reused animation. That was just the same animation that Aragorn uses on his like heavy attack. That's a DLC. Oh, okay. Oh, that's a shame. Magic against me? You dare?
Slice up those elves and get that mirror house.
Let me see if there's another move I'm missing. He doesn't have much. I kind of wish he had a little more than he does, but whatever. Look at him in all his glory.
Find that elf. Kill Legolas dead.
It's like your ex when you used to eat her leftovers without asking.
Put an end to all these elves.
Terrifying. Terrifying. Alright. Legolas versus Sauron. Who will win? Oh hey, Elrond's still alive. Alright, never mind.
The Dark Lord will be pleased. You destroyed the last elf king.
The Dark Lord will be pleased you destroyed the last Elf King. I am the Dark Lord, sir. In case you haven't noticed. Nasty. I think that was it. I think we have killed everybody. What the hell was that? Oh, that happened last time too. Like the battles just sort of resumed for a second.
My people could not defeat the Orc horde. Only a handful survived to carry on the fight. I was one of those unfortunate few.
How are you talking to
Only
us?
the kindest and most pure of Middle-earth's inhabitants still remain. And now the shadow of the Dark Lord prepares to fall upon them as well.
Dark Lord is Sauron. You're playing as his brother Sauron. Okay. He's not as well known. It's like that, what was those YouTube videos? Chad Vader. He couldn't manage the Death Star, but he could manage a grocery store.
At last, the
Are you
Dark
saying
Lord's iron fist encircles the innocents of the Shire.
that the hobbits are our last
There will be
hope?
no escape for the hobbits from the war that now enters their quiet borders. The last free men might attempt to aid them, but all must face an overwhelming enemy. Warg riders and great war beasts mass for the attack, and none left alive can withstand their power. Perhaps at last the Dark Lord himself shall come forth to gloat in his triumph. Perhaps then, with Gandalf, we might sell our own lives most dearly. In desperation, Treebeard leads the final march of the Ents. With their aid, and with many halfling archers, perhaps the Shire can resist.
Halfling archers? I wasn't sure. I didn't even know that they had that capability. The Raising of the Shire. 8th of June, 3019, the Third Age.
Those runts think they're safe in their little hobbit homes. Burn up those little grass houses.
You got it, Chief. Hey, what's up, Sabotage? How you doing? I see a hobbit home target in the distance. Doing good, very good. Oh, son of a bitch. They like knock you over. It's like the Ewoks in Battlefront 2. It's like you don't exactly see where they're coming from, but they could just like knock you around. Don't worry, I got 2 eyes on them. Oh, the lording and the ringing goes well. We have defeated all but the last few remnants of Middle-earth. And now it seems like there is an alliance between the hobbits and the free folk and the Ents, which I'm quickly dispatching. Well, they come up to you like a little gang. like coming after me. Let's see if I can maybe set some of these on fire or something. I will have that hobbit home. There'll be nothing left. Oh good, we got rid of the Bastila. Most of these guys too, they don't seem to be like dropping health either, which sucks. I'm gonna play as let's do the mage again. Seems to be working out a little bit better for us in these instances where we get overwhelmed by enemies. We're being overrun. I will destroy every hobbit hole I find. I'd be right about that. Second, third breakfast, 11sies. If they don't get their tea time, they're as good as dead. So we gotta destroy their farms now. Is it not dead yet? It's not dead yet. There we go. 1 of 6 hobbit buildings destroyed. Ah! You son of a bitch. I can't get out of that either. Once those ents grab you, that's it. They just sneak up behind you as big as they are.
Destroy every hobbit home.
Those hobbit holes will be mine. Yeah, I had like, I don't know, I didn't have a full health bar, but I had a decent amount. And just getting gripped by one of these bastards. It's enough to pretty much take care of you in one fell swoop. Well, here come a lot of them. I like the sounds they make. Ugh. Nice.
Only a few miserable hobbit houses left. Crush the Shire. Leave nothing standing.
Oh, I see that ent in the distance. You stay away from me. I'll cut across Farmer Maggot's fields. There are a lot of these bastards. Hello! Got him.
No more hobbits. They had nice homes. Now they got graves. Crafty and Treebeard. Don't let him spoil the fun. Make him kindling.
Sure. Oh my god, we get to play as Balrog again. Nice. I can't even see what's going on. He's too big for this map. You get like the biggest ally possible for the smallest area. Alright, what does he got? He's got the Vala Rock Horror Smash, Breath of Morgoth, Trample Attack, Regenerate Energy, Light, Medium, and Heavy Attacks, and a Grab. He appreciated that they had homes, at the very least. But now they got graves. Where's that whip? I want to use that whip. Goddamn. Gang raped by those Ents. They took out a Balrog. They should have just called them onto the field. But there's too many of them. It's like I got hit several times and then that was it. I guess we gotta beat them from a distance. Oh, I'll chop him down, alright. I overestimated the Balrog's power. I should have, like, been aggroing him and trying to get him at a distance like that. Look how easy that was. Although I probably took out a decent amount of health with the Balrog itself, but still.
Them all! Let none survive!
I'm killing hobbits, not Ents, but I don't want these Ents anywhere near me. Oh, here they all are. They just keep walking into that fire.
Saruman said, leave no hobbit alive.
Kill the halflings. Those wizards, you can leave them alone, though. Working on it, come on.
Boys, we died on Hobbit delight. So that's Gandalf the White. Kill the wizard. Let's make this slaughter complete.
Oh my god. The big man himself has entered the field.
Tough, but he will fall to the blade like the rest.
Middle Earth requires your victory!
I'm staying away from those Ents. I don't even know if Sauron can tackle the Ents. Come on, Gandalf. Oh, I think I fell in the water. I mean, my health was getting pretty low, but I think falling in the water is what killed me. I fell off the bridge.
He's tough, but he will fall to the blade like the rest.
Oh, Gandalf healed himself. Sauron, the Dark King, Scourge of Middle-earth. He was nearly invincible, but his dark powers. And then a bunch of trees beat the shit out of him. They took out a lot of health, but I do think I killed myself by falling in the river. That seems to be the bane of his existence. Hey, we did it.
The Shire is ours.
Very good.
History is no more than its happy grace. Their hobbit holes are now tombs, their party trees kindling, and those who survive are now enslaved by the Dark Lord Sauron. Treebeard was in the end no match for the fury of the orcs. He now serves as a bonfire, into which halfling bodies are thrown. Even the great wizard Gandalf could not stand before the Dark Lord. He has fallen and cannot be restored. His purpose here has ended. Those who did not fight in this war shall now become the final victims. Their homes shall be burnt, and the future of their children shall be sacrificed upon Sauron's cruel altar. Death and ruin are all that shall remain. For the Dark Lord's cruelty will know no limits, and in the end all shall be destroyed. For now the darkness has covered all living things, and it has claimed us all.
But why? Once Sauron gets everything, like, what's he gonna do after that? He's just satisfied? He's content? Oh, and then there you have it. No credits, no nothing. Also, the trees at school used to bully Sauron because he wore rings. Here we go. Let's take a look at some credits. All right. Where the hell is my... Oh, there it is. My remote. He'll satisfy himself through any means necessary. Well, that was only a couple hours, so I'm sure we can do a little bit more. But yeah, that was it for Lord of the Rings Conquest campaign mode. Last time we did the War of the Ring, and then this time we got to do the Rise of Sauron. So it was nice seeing a little bit of like a what if sort of campaign. I think it does help that the guy actually sort of sounds like Hugo Weaving, so that's good at least. Sort of makes it a little bit more official. Also, you were kind of thinking the same thing. It's like the flaw of all of these ultra evil plans. Once he actually conquers everything and his orcs, what are his orcs going to eat? Well, they eat each other. Remember in Two Towers?
Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
They like just kill one of those Uruk-hai and then they just start like ripping into him. So, no shortage of meat, but like, what's there to do? Once everything's conquered and everything's been desolated, what do? Nothing? You just sit there? Alright. I guess if that's how he wants to do it. But he's killed everybody. He's got no subjects. Everybody just got slaughtered. At least the way this thing presents it. I don't know what Sauron's ultimate goal was, other than achieving like the ultimate power. But I'm sure there's like either in the Silmarillion or something. There's probably something out there that sort of describes more of his ambitions and goals. I'm sure, but don't know for sure. But in any case, this game was interesting. Yeah, it's, again, it was one of those weird things where I picked it up kind of at random, and I was like, oh, I'll give this a try, and then it ended up like not exactly being what I expected, so I sort of just put it on the shelf for a while and said, maybe some other time. And then years went by, and then finally I pick it up now because I'm interested in seeing what kind of Lord of the Rings games there are out there. In the sequel book, Sauron gets bored of desolation and starts a garden. So it all comes back again. He's like, maybe we should build stuff back up and then we could conquer it again. I will willingly go back into a dormant state. We'll see what happens when I wake up. But either way, the interesting game. Again, it's made by Pandemic, the same people that made the Battlefront games, the original Battlefront games. And you can sort of see the influence based on the type of gameplay that it is. I don't know that it's super translated all that well to a sort of like melee-based thing. Again, this game sort of reminded me in terms of gameplay, outside of, capture the command posts and like sort of those base elements. But like the actual combat and stuff, it sort of reminded me of like a Dynasty Warriors type game where there's just like legions of enemies and you just cut through them with your special abilities and your Human Torch, dash through abilities. So in that regard, I think it did okay. I feel like it could have used a little bit more polish though. Maybe, there's a lot of stun locking just based on the fact that this is primarily likely supposed to be a multiplayer game. Obviously the servers are dead, so we can't actually put that theory to test or anything, but still, I don't know. Sometimes like getting overwhelmed by enemies gets a little bit frustrating, and I think it's worse in the single player considering that you don't have like too many lives, and you can easily just sort of get overwhelmed by a lot of what's going on. And maybe it's not as bad with multiplayer because you probably just die in all sorts and you kind of take it more in stride, but when you have limited resources in a single player campaign, it doesn't feel quite as fun. Would have liked it if there were a little bit more classes. Obviously in Battlefront 2, you had your core 4 or 5 classes, but then you'd unlock specialty classes on top of that. So it would have been nice to see something sort of along those lines. Like maybe instead of having your classes, like let's say, for instance, instead of having them based off of like the area and the locale that they were in, so they're all orcs in Minas Tirith or whatever. But then when you go into like places that are closer to Isengard, you have Uruk-hai. Well, maybe let's have orcs, and then like Uruk-hai could be like the special classes that you can unlock. Something like that. That would have been fun. Same thing goes for the other side too. It was like based on the area, it's like you could have all elves, or actually you couldn't have dwarves at all. There were no dwarves except for Gimli. Same thing with like the hobbits and stuff. It was like a lot of the other races were strictly tied to the hero classes. So I don't know, they could have done like, instead of like a scout, maybe have like a hobbit instead. They're small and nimble and stuff. And then the archers could have been like the elves, and you could have had a dwarf class that did something special. I don't know. Could have done something else with it. I feel like they sort of went about a lot of the character classes very bare bones, and like the really only special ones were just reserved for the hero classes, which wasn't quite as, I don't know. It's sort of rewarding once you get to unlock it, but like getting to that point seems to be a lot of build up for nothing. I was never too super intrigued with the hero classes in the Battlefront games anyway. Or I guess they kind of started, you could summon them in Battlefront 1, but in Battlefront 2 I think is the first time you actually got to start playing as them. But, it was kind of like a nice little bonus thing, but it wasn't, like it shouldn't have been like one of these major classes that could have turned the tide of the battle, because they often didn't. Usually everybody just targeted them and you ended up getting shot up within, 2 or 3 minutes or something like that. But you had a little bit of fun out there. But these ones, they give you like giant things like the Balrog and stuff. Although we did see that like if you get like 4 or 5 Ents on you, you get taken down pretty easily. Same thing with Sauron too, surprisingly. It's too bad he didn't have any like long range attacks. That probably would have worked a little bit better. But still, for what it was, which, it's for what it is at this point in time, which is a long dead game, is fun enough to experience. I think if I bought this new for like 50, 60 bucks or whatever back in the day, I probably would have been a little bit miffed, unless the multiplayer was like really that good. But I get the feeling like it kind of wasn't. I get the feeling like it was a little bit frustrating, much like the campaign, but I can't actually say whether or not that was the case. But still, it had interesting concepts. Would have liked to have seen a little bit more variety, though. Oh yeah, that was handled by Asper, which they do a lot of like iOS ports. They did a really, really good port with the classic Tomb Raider games, but that's because they hired outside their core company, and they got like some fans to work on those games, and they actually did a really good job with it, which I finished up playing earlier this week. Or last week, I guess. But yeah, Asper ain't so great when it comes to like developing things. Like I said, they mostly just handle iOS ports and not too much else outside of that. And they really, really dropped the ball. It seemed like people were genuinely getting hyped. Like, you know, bring a lot of attention to Battlefront, the classic Battlefront games, and get a lot of people playing them again. It could have been really fun. But they just, you know, the servers weren't capable of handling the amount of people that were wanting to get in on it. And just so, like a slew of issues with the ports themselves. I heard like a lot of the HD renders were lazily done too, just passed everything through an AI upscaler, and you know, you had these games which were probably less than a gigabyte, you know, in their original form, and both of them combined ended up being like a 70 gigabyte game just because they were so poorly optimized when they were bringing up the textures and movie resolutions and whatnot. So that, and just like performance wise, I think people were having issues with that as well. Just not a good job, unfortunately. But it could have been cool. Could have been nice. I don't know if they ever fixed anything. I mean, even with, you know, I was singing the praises of the Tomb Raider remaster. Even that didn't launch without issues, and it took them a good almost a month before a patch finally dropped for it. So it was a while. And I don't know if, you know, I think anything done with Battlefront, the Battlefront Classic Collection, it's too little too late at this point. So unfortunate, but that's how it goes. I was kind of looking forward to him too, because I remember, like, I heard about it pretty late. They sort of, I think, dropped the announcement not too long or before the actual, you know, due date when they released, and I remember hearing about it. I'm like, oh, that'd be kind of cool. It's like, yeah, sure, you can get like the classic PC games and you can get into servers, but one, you'd be playing with people that probably been playing for a long time anyway, and you getting your ass handed to you. Not exactly a good space to start playing online from. And then two, you know, it's a new release, so you get a lot more interest, a lot more people looking into it, as opposed to whatever smaller crowds would normally be playing the thing. But yeah, it's a shame. Shame with this, that pandemic. I don't know if I mean, this is kind of their first foray into, I would assume, sort of like a third-person melee combat type deal. But yeah, I wish it was a little bit more polished, a little bit better than it was. But it was fun enough to play through. I think it served its purpose, more or less. Used to play Battlefront 2 with a friend as a kid. I felt like you were generals of the army. I used to play, I talked about it too, some point recently, but that was what I used to do with a couple of friends. Every weekend, we'd get together, and, you know, we'd do other things. It's not like we just played Battlefront, but Battlefront was usually in the rotation of things that we did for a long time, like even after the PS3, you know, 7th gen stuff had already come out. We'd still go back and we still play Battlefront 2 over and over and over again. We'd do instant action and come up with scenarios and stuff. We play a lot of the kind of more unique campaigns, but we used to get together pretty much every weekend for years, and Battlefront 2 was always in the rotation. We'd work on trying to get the weapons upgraded, because you needed to do special requirements for class weapons in order to get like the upgraded versions of them, and it's like we'd always try to work on that and try to put ourselves against insurmountable odds. This was always, you know, split screen multiplayer too. I don't think we ever connected online except for maybe couple times, but we had a lot of fun doing it. Let me take a look here, see if there's anything, because there's instant action, and I'm just curious if there's something we haven't seen. I think all of those were in the campaign. Team Deathmatch, Capture the Ring, Conquest. I guess there's not too many differences between the two. Oh, you could just do all of them. Setup, AI difficulty. Auto balance, assign hero, highest points, random never. Conquest victories, time, or points. I thought it was time limit, but I guess it's just points. Hey, what's up, Mai? Nice to see ya. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's too much to do here. Look at controls. Pretty much everything that was in the campaign, the single campaign, player campaign, is pretty much everything that we have to choose from with instant action. I would have liked to have played this game split screen with a friend, but by the time I got this, like, those days had long gone. But I think it would have been fun to kind of I don't think it would have been as fun as Battlefront 2, but I think it would have been fun to sort of play through here and see what all could be done. I'm a little surprised they don't have like a hero mode. God, those were so unfun unless you were playing as the actual heroes. Like, it was heroes versus villains in Battlefront 2, and the villains sucked so much. It's like all of them had very shitty abilities, or they were all like gunslingers, and the the heroes always had all the lightsabers and cool force powers and stuff. You'd always be able to blast through them.
Conquest. Capture all the territories.
Kind of neat that you could play as the Easterlings. Also annoyed like a mofo, came home from watching the doggos PC being a brat. I think Hike passed along some of his PC luck. Oh god. Yeah, he's still trying to get it fixed. He's having issues with it. Could play as a troll. Anyway, outside of maybe unique units or something like that with some of the fields, because obviously we didn't get a chance to play through this as, the evil side. We only did it in the campaign as the good guys. So, outside of being able to see playable characters that are a little bit different from what we saw before, I don't think there's too much anything else here that's going to be, like, new or interesting to look at, so. Oh well. But it's an interesting game. Again, I kind of wish it was a little bit better than it was, but it's okay. It ain't great, but it's alright. Oh, you just die over there. I guess that's not officially part of the battlefield. Like, all those people over there are just, like, stand-ins. So that sucks. Also, you remember doing that with a friend? You like playing the villains because you wanted to be a mall. Yeah, I mean, if you could sort of get by, but the thing is like, unless there was like a small amount of actual units on the field, it's like you yourself could probably do pretty good because you could play as, one of the Sith or something, and they had decent abilities. Usually, like, the lightning was really good, or, the saber throws and stuff like that. So Maul and Tyrannus and Sidious, all of them were fine. But then on the heroes side, when it came to the NPCs, the NPC heroes would just plow through the villain NPCs, just because the villain NPCs were so inept. And then you'd end up losing just based on that, as opposed to just like player versus player. But if there were like smaller amounts of like actual NPCs on the field, it probably could be done a little bit better. If it was like player characters versus player characters, I don't know. I've heard that sucks, but I've never actually done it with like large groups of people. That one was always one we kind of tried to steer away from in general once we learned how poorly it played out. Anyway, I think we're done with this game. We're not done with the stream. I'm going to set up something else super quick. I just have to plug in the Xbox to the capture card, so it shouldn't be too bad, but let me go ahead and do that, and we will be right back, but give me just a sec.
Stick around.